8 cities, 100 hours, 1 girl. Starting at Handan, I'm gonna break the world record for speedrunning Hebei. Okay, what are you guys doing? I said it's a speed run. Hurry up.
I decided to combine my love of speedrunning with traveling and speedrun all of China's provinces in under 100 hours each. But what counts as traveling in a province, you ask? These are my 3 rules. I must try at least 1 local food per city, visit 1 historical site and take an epic photo, and hit all major cities in a province. And somehow I'm the first one to ever attempt this.
Let's get going.
I'm sure you're all already familiar with Handan. The people here are known for their beautiful walk, which apparently they're still doing? I mean, there's no way I came across this. There is no way.
Learning how to walk in Handan. Soon they're gonna be Bendans. You guys already know the story. Some foolish guy came here to relearn how to walk in a cool way, and then he ended up forgetting how to walk. But the controversial part is that historians are starting to argue whether or not he was actually learning not how to walk, but how to dance.
But beside walking, or is it dancing, they're known for dongmuo.
Everybody knows the most important part of speedrunning is RNG. And it seems today, boys and girls, I got very unlucky.
Which is because the shop is right next to an elementary school called...
Do you think they learn how to walk here?
So originally I was scared that this was going to be this place's dojo. After having it, it just kind of tastes like tofu now, but springy. It's gelatin counterpart with a little less flavor and a little more sesame paste. Okay, I've got to get going. This is a speed run after all.
They're welcoming me. Thanks, guys. Initially, in the beginning of the challenge, I was really worried about the rule that said that I had to visit 1 historical site in every single city. I was like, what if there's a city that doesn't actually have a historical site? Well, it turns out I was dead wrong, because this tower was built in 200 to 300 BCE, and its purpose for the emperor to watch his people dance. And 2,000 years later, I am still using this for the exact same thing, to watch the people dance. They're on the shade now though, so it's a little bit harder than I'm sure it was before. But just about every 10 minutes or so, you can hear different dance groups' music. I mean, you guys know how China is. You live here. People love to dance, people love to sing, people love to exercise in their parks. Right now it is 10 o'clock and I am going to be getting out of this city and moving on to the next. I need to hurry it up. Speed running is no joke, guys.
If you look at the train times, you can see that there's actually a train going up north every 10 to 20 minutes. So if you guys are bad at planning and you want to speed run, feel free. It's very easy apparently.
So right now it's 11:21 and as you can see around me, what? Carrie's in first class? Yeah guys, I decided to finally live large for my 16-minute train ride. It only cost me extra 16 yuan too. I think I have around 14 minutes left on here. I'm gonna enjoy it while I can. Catch you later.
Time to get off. It's nice being on this train for 16 minutes. I didn't even think it was 16 minutes to be honest. It felt more like 5, but alright. What are you guys doing? Come on, keep up. We gotta hurry up, eat, go to historic.
While the dongmuo was digesting in my stomach, I went to this temple and hey, where did this skirt come from? But I didn't come here for this temple. I actually came for another temple on the side of this one.
Now this is what I'm here for, this 500-year-old pillar. 500 years old. Man, I've been to a lot of temples, and a lot of the times you can't really tell that it's 500 years old because they just, slap a new paint job right on there. I personally like the faded look. I like being able to tell that it's old. Listening to the aunties sing while looking at this is a vibe I fuck with.
That was for all of you guys too. To be honest, it's kind of crazy that they let something this old just be out here without like any protection. Okay, now that I'm looking at it, I mean, what can anyone really do to this thing? It's huge. It's like 3.5 meters tall and 9 tons. I think it's safe to say this thing is not moving. It's really cool. You can still see all of the carvings and stuff.
Oh, history class is up. It's time for lunch.
So right now it is 1:50 and I am finally going to eat lunch at Xing Tai, and this is their specialty. Apparently it is called a Chinese baguette. And since I'm making such good time, I am considering doing a third city today. It'll be a tight fit, but I think I can do it.
And I ordered 2 types of baguettes. One was pork and the other was beef.
The inside kind of reminds me of the zhoujiang morning, the kind of seasoning and spices that it has. Okay guys, no joke, this is actually really good. This is like one of my favorite specialties that I've tried in my whole like 2 years of being here. I really, really dig this.
Am I gonna get hit by a bazooka? Guess I'll watch myself around these parts. Train's at 3:09. I just got here. It's 2:53. I need to get going now. Goodbye. So it is currently 3:45 and I just made it to Shijiazhuang. I'm making really good time and I cannot wait for this city's historical site. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Catch you there.
有一个人前来买花。
哥们儿，这瓜多少钱一斤？我不是来找茬。This is actually the spot where they filmed that famous scene. It has changed a lot since that day, but I can still feel that scene haunting me. That gruesome murder scene. I didn't really mean to do that. I just like, this is my first time ever riding a scooter. I thought I would just go ahead and mention that. I'm not sure if you could tell by how cautiously I was driving earlier. I'm kind of scared. I don't trust myself. I don't think you guys should trust me either with this on the road. If you see me, run. So yeah, a lot has changed around here. There are huge apartment complexes. Obviously the watermelon store is no longer here. That was fraud. But there is a fruit store here that is kind of funny. Now you might be saying to yourself, but Carrie, I thought your goal was to be going to a historical site in every single city. Well, the truth is, guys, this is a historical site. Look it up for yourselves. This is a historical site, rated 5 stars, recommended for tourists, which I am. A historical site doesn't have to be 1,000 years old to be a historical site, but the speed run must go on. I'll see you guys at dinner.
So this isn't actually my first time hearing about this type of noodle. Oddly enough, right underneath my home, I have like 3 of these restaurants within like a freaking 5-minute walking radius of each other, which is absolutely overkill in my opinion. But apparently this city makes this type of noodle the best from what I've heard. So that is why I chose that for this place's special dish.
This noodle is good. I think a lot of people like it for its customizability. It's personally not my favorite, but the people who seem to like it have an obsession with it. I knew someone who was going around to every single restaurant that they could find to see which one had the best of these noodles, so I'll just say, if this is your favorite food, you're probably obsessed with it.
So let me talk about the obvious time gap in this video, because it was around 4:50 when I finished with my historical site, and now it is dark outside. So in the first city of the day, I booked my hotel for tonight because it is a Friday and I figured that a lot of places would be very busy. I thought that this whole day would have taken a lot longer than it did, but it turns out that I made actually really good timing.
But what I really liked about this city was just how lively it was. I mean, you had all of these barbecue restaurants on the street next to this really nice apartment complex that they were building.
Tell me why I have an 8:40 train. It's 8:20, I'm in the taxi, and my taxi driver just left to take a leak. There he went. No warning, just said, I'm gonna go use the bathroom, bye guys, and then dipped. I made it to the train station literally just in time. Like, the second I got here, we're boarding.
By this point, I was feeling pretty tired. This was my third train trip, and after yesterday, my body was hurting.
You can probably hear in my voice, I am like so exhausted. My shoulder has like... Do you see that? Yeah, both of my shoulders, my collarbones are bruised. And so that was only day one. I still have all of today. How do all those European backpackers do it, bro? Like, I thought this would be like my final form. I felt like as a white person, I'm like meant for the backpack. Fun fact, backpacking became so popular in Europe because Europe is very difficult to traverse, you know, really bumpy and mountainous. So they kind of had to bring backpacks instead of suitcases. Don't ever say you didn't learn anything watching my videos, okay?
So it took me a surprisingly long time to get to the next historical site, and that is because it was the start of Children's Day weekend, which I should have noticed when I boarded the train and saw carts on carts full of children. So the streets were really backed up. Terrible start.
Actually, the first time the entire trip that I had to pay to get in a historical site. And here, apparently they have AR glasses that you can use. Tourist places are getting new stuff every time I come.
For how goofy looking this was, it was actually pretty expensive, so I decided to not do that. This is the Governor Museum of Hebei. The governorship of Hebei was the most powerful governorship because of just how close it was to Beijing. And this room was where people would bow before him. But of course, this is just a recreation, a set, if you will.
Carrie and Dowdy, reporting for duty. So this place claims to be the home of the donkey sandwich. I'll call it in English, I guess. That's my made-up English name for it, the donkey sandwich. And there's a big debate about whether it should be a long and kind of square sandwich or a circle sandwich. But this place, which claims to be the original, says that it should be a round sandwich. As a hungry person, my take on this situation is, I don't care.
And I decided to get 2 different burgers. One of them is half fat and one of them is no fat. But I'm sure you could already tell which was which just by how much grease came out of the half fat one. I personally prefer the half fat one because if you're gonna eat something like this, then just go all in.
And by the way, right now it is 11:02. Not making very good time today. Not gonna lie, I just had a moment where I completely forgot where I was.
After being at a train station for so many times in just a few days, you start to get a little delirious.
Who even is this guy?
So I'm back in Beijing. Apparently, the only way to get to the next city is to go to Beijing, take a taxi to another train station in Beijing, and then take a train to the next spot. This is something that I did not take into account for when I was planning this trip, so this is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. I am getting a bit worried about my time crunch now. I guess I'll just have to pray that everything goes my way from this point on. Believe it or not, I actually missed my train. Well, the first one. The second one was 5 minutes after, thank God. What can I say? You never know what to expect with Beijing traffic. And somehow that's the place I made my home. I don't know what I'm thinking.
At this moment, I was trying to calculate just how many train rides I'd been on so far. Everything's starting to link together now.
Right now, I am at Zhangjiao Koubao. Locals call it Wuzili. It's supposed to be a really pretty, calming place. I'll get to it. Before getting there, I'm currently in like a huge commercial street. Like, they're selling everything you could never ever want in your life. And to be honest, it kind of feels like getting an ad before watching a video. I didn't come for this, but I guess I can't complain too much because I did get my Mi Xue Bing Cheng. Thanks. I also managed to pick like the hottest day of the month to come here. I'm literally getting blinded by the concrete in front of me. This is like people who lived in the snow getting the snow sunburning them. I'm getting a concrete sunburn right now.
So I'm sure you guys can tell by the name of this place that it was a fortress and it was used to stop the Mongols from invading. And it just kind of stayed that way for a long time. They had a lot of times where they opened the door and then closed the door and then opened the door to this place and then closed it. I don't know, they did it like probably 5 or 6 times throughout its history. And thankfully now it's open so I can come. But now they've got an American invading them. Watch out.
This place is so pretty, but my pet peeve is why are you putting an advertisement for this place if I am already here?
Looking at this place from up here, holy moly. It's really nice to see this type of history still around and like being something that I can walk in rather than seeing it in a museum or from a picture like, oh, this was what this place looked like before we developed it. Nope, this is what it looks like now.
After the day I had, I was too hungry to introduce what I was eating, so I just jumped right in.
I like that. I like that a lot. It's potato, pickled vegetable, and noodle. They didn't say anything about mixing it, so I'm just gonna eat it like this, I guess.
So these dumplings actually use mian. Same with the noodle. If you guys have been to Hebei, then you have probably had this before, but I'm assuming this one is better. Let's find out. Okay, it's burning hot. Kind of reminds me of bread. The skin is really pillowy and soft.
Right now I'm saying goodbye to Zhangjiakou at 7:17, and I need to explain to you guys what's happening for the night. Basically, I have to go back to Beijing again to go to Tangshan. And because of that, I've decided it would ultimately be the best decision to stay at my house for the night. Honestly, this feels like cheating. I know it's not. I'm not breaking any of my rules. It is still a speed run. It's just, I get to sleep in my house for the night.
Don't ask me why I didn't wake up early. The tickets were all sold out. The weekends are no joke. So the second update is that I'm not going to 8 cities, I'm going to 7. Look guys, I found out that one of the cities is not as big as I initially thought. And also it is incredibly out of the way. My 6th stop is Tangshan, and I am at a coal mining place for my history area. I originally was going to go to the Earthquake Museum, but because it's a big anniversary, they have shut it down, so I guess they can work on it. Speaking of mining, I'm kind of a mining expert myself. I've mined here and there in a little game called Minecraft. And for a quick time check, it is 10:57 right now. I'm hoping to finish the speed run before 6 o'clock tonight. I think that would be really good time. That would be well before 100 hours. I've got to say, I'm speed running the shit out of Hebei, except for the times I missed the train and had to stay at Beijing twice. But that is not my fault. That is just the way that the trains run, all right?
In the front, there was a little museum about coal, how it's made, when people first started mining it. But the real reason I came here is to get down and dirty in the mines myself.
Safety first.
To be honest, this place is giving me hell vibes.
It's getting colder and colder each step I take down. At first it was kind of nice, but now that I'm this far down, it's getting really wet and humid and also very red. Oh, now it's blue. Okay. I'm seeing a real minecart right now. How crazy is that? I'm learning something new. I did not know that they brought donkeys into mines. Oh my god, the donkey's actually pulling the minecart. Okay, but like everything aside, I can't imagine how difficult it must have been to actually work in a coal mine. When I was on the elevator down, I was with someone who was explaining that their dad once went to work in a coal mine, but after his first day was up, he left there and said he was never ever going back again because it was just too rough.
I'm not surprised he said that because just even being around these recreations of mines, it got really eerie when I was all by myself.
Okay, this guy actually scared me. I thought he was looking at me. This whole place is giving me major Resident Evil vibes. So you're telling me I've got to escape the facility with a train?
What I didn't expect was to be escaping on this train. But what I am expecting is eating food under trees in a random community. So I pulled up to the shop to get these Korean hot cold noodles. I don't really know what to call it because they're cold noodles, but they're hot. I don't know. But then he told me, oh, you know what? You should go over to my homie's place a few stores down and grab some bien. And you know what they say? When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Apparently, this is not this place's like local specialty, but people are saying that they make this food really, really good. So here I am. It's really good. It has like a cabbage, seaweed, little shrimps. Eating North Korean noodles in Tangshan. But what's really interesting is that this is actually hot cold noodles, which I didn't see when I went to like a lot of like North Korean minority group places. I don't know, this is like Tangshan's creation or something, but it is really good. I do recommend it. $1:33 and I'm on my way to Cheongdam.
You know, sometimes I wonder if in like 50 years we'll all still be doing dances like that in the park, or if we'll have moved on to doing Pamela dancing hit routines together.
It's basically a dumpling filling in this like sticky dough. The inside has chive, egg, and shrimp. So I'm not really sure if Cheongdam is the only place that does this, but from my experience, it seems like it. I don't know. Do you guys know why they use this leaf? If you do, let me know. I'm very curious. It just kind of smells like a leaf to me.
So it is currently 3:42. I just showed up to the Cheongdam Longpo and I got my ticket. And okay, I don't know if you guys see this American California noodle. Never once have I ever seen it in America. I feel like I need a documentary on this place, like the rise, the fall, the meaning behind its name being California noodle. What's California about it? Do any of you guys know the lore behind this place? Because I am very interested and I have been for a long time. Every time I see it, I'm just like, what the hell is this? But yeah, I should probably stop yapping and start running because I would love to get there before 4 and make this even. What do you think?
There it is. Last 100 meters. Almost there, guys. Overtaking activated.
Right now it is 3:56. That is nearly 56 hours since I started my journey in Handan, and now I'm ending it in Cheongdam. 56 hours. So many trains, so many trains. I don't even remember how many trains it was. Too many, I can tell you that. But the challenge isn't complete until I get my final tourist picture. And to commemorate the 56 hours that it took for me to speedrun Hebei, I'm gonna pose appropriately. Okay, now everybody together. 56!
The hardest part about traveling is taking the first step outside of your door. Traveling doesn't have to be about extensive planning or timing everything. You can miss a train, skip a city, and take a super touristy, cringy picture. The emphasis shouldn't be on 这么美, but 这么近. An hour train ride can transport you to a completely different world. I hope you guys enjoyed the pilot to this series. Please leave a sanlian if you did. It's what keeps allowing me to make videos like this for you all. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!